Saudi Arabia admits journalist Jamal Khashoggi was killed after a fight broke out in consulate.
Here's a summary of the article.
Missing journalist Jamal Khashoggi is dead, Saudi Arabia's general prosecutor said early Saturday morning local time. The government said that Khashoggi got into a fight with the people he met at the consulate in Istanbul, Turkey. The kingdom alleged that Khashoggi died in that clash. Turkish officials told The New York Times that it has audio evidence which proves Khashoggi was tortured, killed and subsequently dismembered by a hit team of Saudi agents. Through its state press, the kingdom said it has detained 18 Saudi nationals after preliminary investigations linked them to the case. The announcement comes more than 2 weeks after Khashoggi was last seen in public, entering the Saudi consulate in Istanbul. Khashoggi was a frequent critic of Saudi Arabia's royal family and wrote columns for The Washington Post.
This post received a score of 59,541, with an upvote ratio of 91%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
These actions no longer carry the consequence of a backlash from the international community. Instead, these actions may trigger condemnation quickly followed by silence, Khashoggi wrote. R.I.P.
I wonder if the prince read that and thought, you know what, let's test that theory. Don't tempt me with a good time, Saudi prince probably.
Quote, don't tempt me with a good time, end quote. Quote, Mohammed Bon Salman end quote. FTFY.
Translated from the Saudi statement. Quote, discussions that took place between citizen Jamal Khashoggi and the persons who met him during his presence at the consulate in Istanbul led to a fight and quarrel by hands, which caused his death, end quote. So he just lost a friendly game of rock, paper, bonesaw.
And they chopped him up and disposed of him because that's what you do when you accidentally kill someone in a fight.
I mean, who hasn't tortured and dismembered someone in self-defense?
Me. Absolutely. How dare you try to include me in your self-justification? Every time I've tortured and dismembered anybody, it's been wholly for my own gratification, no self-defense involved whatsoever.
Apparently he didn't want to be dismembered and murdered, the Saudis very much wanted to dismember and murder him. That's what the fight was about. This is the best way of saying it. Sure, there was a fight. He didn't want to be murdered.
It's also horrifying that the order of the words is accurate. He was dismembered first, before he died.
ABC News also reports Turkish officials believe Khashoggi died of strangulation after an 8-minute struggle inside the Saudi consulate. See, there's some metaphorical eye for an eye justice in cutting the fingers of a journalist off. The missing middle that this report provides was the strangulation. When a rope or wire is used to strangle, the victim tries to pry their fingers under the line in order to create space.
Quote, he's not dead, he left the consulate end quote. Quote, okay maybe he's dead end quote. Quote, okay he's dead but we didn't do it end quote. Quote, okay he's dead and we did it, but they were a rogue group of people end quote. Quote, okay he's dead and we did it, but it was only because a fight broke out.
Innocent people always change their story multiple times when new information comes out. I don't know why everyone's getting so upset.
And when they get to their final story, it's always one that makes them look good and makes you wonder why they lied at all, what with this being mostly his own fault after all.
Planning on giving HIV to millions of people and killing all cats, this guy needed to be stopped.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smry.com, without any human intervention.